come to think of it, maybe we should change TV programs, because all three of my kids are girls.
I guess you are used to this, the weighing, I mean.
Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. First time took 22 hours. Third time, 45 minutes.
What about the second time?
Well, the missus and I were pushing number one around the block when her water broke. It was a cold morning, so the water started steaming up. It looked like we were having a cookout. Now, this being our second time, we weren't prepared. I had the quickest way to the hospital all mapped out. I had a suitcase all packed up and in the trunk of the car. I had the car all gassed up. I even had brand new tires. Did you ever hear the terms foobar or snafu?
Foobar?
I'll explain later. I had thought of everything except a very slow-moving train.
Couldn't you just turn around?
I was blocked in. I couldn't turn around. I couldn't jump the curb. Margaret is hitting me and screaming at me and definitely expanding our 3-year-old's vocabulary. Well, I have to explain to our 3-year-old that Mommy was just saying that Daddy should get some sun at the beach. And a few other things like, you can't go ice fishing without an ice hole. The train finally passes and we're moving again. Yes, and I pull up to the hospital emergency entrance and no one comes out to help. There's this old guy sitting there on a wheelchair next to a bench. Looked like he was waiting for someone. I swear I couldn't think of anything else. Okay. Anyway, I picked up the old guy from off of his wheelchair and I set him down on the bench. The whole time he's hitting me with his umbrella. And I put the wife on the wheelchair, put number one on her lap, and off we go. I wheeled her right into the maternity ward. Now I'm trying to get some help. Finally, a nurse stops. And then 2 orderlies come out and they start explaining to me the error of my ways about, pulling the old guy out of the chair. Now I've got the nurse crawling all over my back. I got the wife sitting there, huffing and puffing. Number one is, yeah, crying as the nurse hands me number one and wheels Margaret into the delivery room. Now, I'm getting the stink eye from the orderlies. And the nurse brings back the chair. I'm trying to get her attention. And then the orderlies wheel the chair off, and that's when I remembered. I left both car doors open and the engine running.
What happened then?
That nurse Collier over there, she told me to go get some lunch. They are big on lunches here.
Let Jeff handle this.
Look out. She's tough. Took me out in the second round and I don't want a rematch.
Was he okay?
Who?
The old man.
Oh, he was fine. After I got back up here from parking the car, the old guy was still sitting there in his chair. I slowed down to, apologize. And the old guy hit me over the head with the umbrella again. And then he poked me in the eye. It was very traumatic.
I'm not sure Jeff is up to raising a child.
I think he is, but he's going to need your support for his decisions, whether you agree with them or not.
Not so sure he is ready. What is the situation?
Well, I can tell you're used to giving orders.
He was in Africa with Patton's third.
Well, I'm thinking the situation is that this is a hospital. I'm guessing now that someone you know is having a baby.
I know that.
These are my parents, Walter and Rose Brinkman.
Now, please, what is the current situation?
BP is 120/80, temp is slightly elevated. She's 7 centimeters dilated and contractions are 10 minutes apart.
Oh, yes.
There are no complications, things are progressing well.
Is there anything else?
We have a very nice cafeteria. Why don't you go get some lunch?
Thank you.
Thank God you were here, Dad.
You're right. Thank God I am here. We're going to make sure that our grandson becomes the man we want and that he's
Whoa,
ready.
Dad. Thanks. I appreciate you and Mom's support, but
No, son, I mean you and I.
Dad, Linda and I have this under control. We've had many discussions on how we want to raise our children. You know, we've been reading Dr. Spock and others. It's been very helpful. Linda's asked me to read several books, and well, it makes sense. Especially Spock.
Spock? You want to raise your son from a book?
We want our children to feel free to come to us with any problem. You know, the friend ones.
Your responsibility is to raise a productive man, not a good friend. If you want friends, join a country club.
Our responsibility is to prepare our children for the world of tomorrow, the world of yesterday.
Making good choices will be just as important tomorrow as it was yesterday.
So, your choice to not be around when I was growing up should be the model I use to raise my child? I don't think that wanting to spend quality time with my kid is a bad choice.
You think I didn't want to spend more time with you and your mom?
That was your choice.
I chose to provide for my family.
Linda and I can provide for our children. She wants to go back to teaching. You know, Spock says husbands of women with outside jobs are participating in all aspects of childcare. You know, fathers can contribute equally to the child's development.
Who's going to contribute to the child's development while you two are working?
We've selected a man. And it's not going to be you and Mom.
So while some stranger is raising your son and he needs a little discipline, will she be spanking my grandson with that Spock book?
It's not going to be a Spock book, and it's not going to be with a razor strap. I remember one of your rules, Dad. You know, spare the belt, spoil the child. That was your motto. Hell, Dad, you're not even supposed to beat your dog.
It's not the same thing.
I don't see how it's different.
Compare him to a spirited colt. A dog wants to please you. That colt doesn't. If you let that colt get what it wants through bad behavior, that colt will be nothing but problems. He'll be no good for anybody or anything. You must teach the boy what's acceptable and what's not. Or by God, one day the state of Texas will do it for you, and with no love.
To do the things you just said requires being there, Dad. And for more than just the sermons and whoopings.
What you think?
You made 100 pounds of promises, but only 2 ounces on delivery.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, when I was a kid, Mom would tell me that you were coming home early, and that you and I would be going to the ball game to watch the Houston Bucks play. Yeah, I would wait, and then Mom would come out to where I was. Tell me something came up, and that we would do it another time. It seems you did more for other people than you did for us, Dad.
I'm sorry I wasn't there all the time to pamper you. I was busy taking responsibility for the family, including you, son.
You boys are arguing about the future and the past. Shouldn't you be thinking about Linda and the baby?
My concern was putting food on the table, shoes on your feet, and a roof over everyone's head. You think you have this whole thing figured out. But I guarantee you, the moment your son is born, it will change. You will start reassessing everything. Your life will become more difficult and yet more simple and clear at the same time because you'll realize, as I did, that you're first and foremost directed to protect and provide for your family in all situations. That's what a man does.
I realized all that the moment I found out Linda was pregnant again. But what about all the other things a father should do? I mean, such as when I got my baseball award or my graduation? I mean, where were you? Or the time when that bully was kicking my butt? No help there either. Christ, it seemed the only thing I learned is that you would never be there when I needed you.
I was there to explain how the real world works. Let me give you some advice, son.
Advice? Advice is information that helps you make a better decision for yourself.
Sounds like you don't want us around at all. What's with this attitude? Maybe you need to calm down.
Calm down? Calm down! My wife is in labor and And you know what happened last time.
There is no reason to believe anything bad will happen. Linda went full term.
Other things can go wrong too, Mom.
You and Linda are going to be the parents of a healthy baby boy.
If you're right, and I hope you are, Linda and I will be the parents, not you. This is what I'm talking about. How do you know it's going to be a boy? What if it's a girl? See, you're taking over, and the child hasn't even been born yet. For the last 6 months, you've been talking about how and what you need to raise my child the right way. Dad, how can you give me advice on how to raise a kid when you weren't even there for me?
I must have been there enough. You turned out all right, didn't you?
Yeah, but it wasn't because of you. It was in spite of you. I like you, Dad, but I think I like you better over here.
That's a hell of a thing to say to me.
Both of you, both
Wow.
of you.
I've got
Check your
my own
tempers.
ideas on how to be a father. You know, I'm gonna be there for my kid when he or she needs me. You always find time for the things most important to you. I guess I just wasn't important enough. What was so important to you? And where were you all those nights you weren't at home, huh, Dad? Who was helping you with those important things? Here.
Just some gifts for the baby.
This is for my baby?
Walter! Walter, you stop it! Stop it right now! Stop!
Oh.
Stop!
Feel better now, son? I'm going for coffee.
Hey, Walt, bring me back a cup, will you? Please, 2 sugars. Thank you. This little tight thing. Boys, yeah. Very nice. All boy stuff, I see.
Thank you.
So Dad's fault. If he had been such a...
You have disrespected your father enough for one day. And me as well with your innuendos. No woman ever had a man who was more faithful, had more honor or better character than your father.
I'm sorry.
Your father worked a job with long hours and little pay because there was a depression going on, and there were 25 men right behind him ready to take that job. He loaded produce trucks during the day, and he delivered them at night. Do you think he wanted to do that? He did it for you and for me, and never, not once did he ever complain about it.
We seem to find something more important the day I got my MVP award.
He wasn't there the day you got that award, but he paid for all of the equipment and your expensive batting lessons.
What about that time when I was a freshman and that junior, Craig Crutchfield, was kicking my butt and taking my lunch money?
As for that bully, he let you deal with that.
What was worse than going hungry, black eyes, and split lips? It's the humiliation of everyone watching me get pushed around, and Dad couldn't have cared less.
He cared. And what did you do about Craig, that bully?
Eventually, I had to fight back.
And how did that go?
He kept kicking my butt. Except for that one time I won. But we got suspended for 3 days.
But you never got a whooping for that, did you?
It's because you finally learned to stand up for yourself and you fought back. He was never more proud of you.
But now, instead of a bully taking my lunch money, it's a bully who wants to raise my kid.
Yes, you're right. Your father is going a little overboard about being part of the baby's life because he missed all those times with you. In his own way, he is trying to make up for that. And now you are making innuendos about infidelity. Shame on you. Your father never quit on anything in his life. Please don't make him quit on you and your family.
Oh, you do not know what this secret. Do we need security? No, it's over. What is with this room? Okay, another peep out of here, and I will code this room, and everyone will be in the parking lot, including you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry for the disturbance.
I've only been here a week, and it's not the worst thing that's happened. The other day, there was a disagreement between the Mr. Johnson and the Mr. Snyder over the question of paternity. That went full code gray.
Meaning?
Well, code gray is a call for security. You were a violent or combative person on the floor. Women solved their issue before security could get in. You see that patch on the wall over there? It's covering up a hole made by Mr. Johnson's forehead, who is now in room 302, courtesy of Mr. Snyder.
That is a large patch.
Mr. Johnson had a large forehead.
That's accurately sized.
Is this a part-time job?
I'm a volunteer.
How often do you volunteer here?
Every day but Sunday.
For no money, you put up with... I see what you're doing. You have distracted me from this mess. You did it very well. Thank you. I'm surprised a pretty and smart young girl like you isn't out participating in all the high school social activities. Clubs, dances, high school plays, football games. Are you planning to be a nurse?
No, I'm going to be a doctor.
A people doctor?
Yes.
How old are you, honey?
I'm 17. Miss Brickman, my name is Janie Cook.
Rose Brinkman. I married early. In my day, we women were expected to tend to the home and the family. It was Walter's job to provide the means for... Doctor, I'll be... What do your parents think? Oh, they must be so proud.
They openly support me, but I know they think I'm just going to be a nurse. Nothing wrong with being a nurse. It's not my dream.
Boy, it sounds like a movie to start as a volunteer and become a doctor.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Oh, as one of my grandfathers meant to say, he had a way of putting things that just stick with you.
Tell me more.
Always tell the truth. It never hurts a just cause, it fights for it. Don't make an exception to the rule, or the exception will become the new rule. Oh, my favorite was, quitting is the mother of all regrets.
Did you spend a lot of time with your grandparents?
Oh, yes, every chance you got.
Did your parents like that?
They grew to depend on it.
I sure hope it works out that way for us.
And I'll just wait and watch.
I bet your
Grandfather is so proud of you.
You lost him a year ago.
I'm sorry. Mine passed when I was 17. He had an unusual perspective on the way he saw things as well. He was part Indian.
Oh, ducks or feather? You know, red duck or feather, you know, feather.
He was one half American Indian. Things like the eyes had no tears, the heart would have no rainbow. We will be known by the tracks we leave. Less thunder in the hand, less thunder in the mouth, more lightning in the hand.
I like those.
You and my Walter are a lot alike. When Mr. Brinkman first started high school, he got a job at Speedway Trucking, sweeping floors, washing and loading trucks on the weekends and after school. He hadn't been there a week, and he told me he was going to run that company one day. He didn't even have a driver's license. People, including his family, laughed at him and said, "Oh, you're just the kid that sweeps up." Only made him more determined.
Speedway? I've seen those trucks. Does your husband manage the company?
Oh, no, Jeff manages it. Walter owns it.
Wow.
We sure do have a lot of stuff here.
Yes, I think Walt got some of these things because he wants to play with them too.
Well, Miss Griffin, I've got to get back to my role, helping out, saving lives, and parents.
It's been very nice meeting you, Jamie.
Likewise, Miss Griffin.
Any news yet?
That certainly was an interesting and smart young lady.
Mom, did she have any news?
You know, she told me she is going to be a doctor. Imagine that.
Mom! News!
You mean Linda and the baby? No.
Oh, it's not right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Walt.
Is everything all right?
Things were trying to steal the baby.
I didn't say that.
Mr. Brinkman,
Yes?
your wife is asking for you. Would you like to meet your baby? Come with me.
It's only natural that they called the father back.
It's one of the rules.
Drink your coffee.
All right, thank you.
I need to sign your place.
We are going to let them be the parents. I don't want to be pushed out of their life by being overbearing and demanding. All I want is to love my grandchild.
Maybe we should back off and let them learn things. I did some thinking while I was out there. Jeff had some legitimate points. One or two, maybe.
Someone will come and get us when the time is right.
Yeah, I wonder how long we'll have to wait. She didn't even tell us if it was a boy or a girl.
Oh, I'm sure she would have told us if it wasn't.
I don't even have the first idea of how to raise a girl.
You don't have to. We are not the parents.
What are we gonna do?
Congratulations, I heard you're new grandparents.
What is it, a boy or a girl?
I'm going to let the parents tell you that.
Oh, come on, just tell me, is it a boy or a girl?
Yes.
I quit.
Quitting is not the answer either. Quitting is the mother of all regrets. This is Jamie. You two have a lot in common.
Oh, I bet you're excited to watch the baby grow up.
Watching's about all we might get. I don't know how much hands-on we're gonna be permitted.
Oh, it's not going to be about what they permit. It's going to be about what they need. I mean, after the sleepless nights, changing feedings, colic, unscheduled doctor's visits at 5 a.m., babysitters parents that don't show up, who do you think they're gonna call?
Us?
Are you ready to fight this fight, Walt? You just might win.
Changed a lot of diapers, have you? What comes out of a baby defies science, nature, and everything that's holy.
Is your last name Brinkman?
Oh, sorry. But it does.
In my family, my older brother and I got dropped off by our grandparents a lot. Oh, we loved it. Oh, they took us out for camping, fishing trips, picnics, the state fair, oh, games, rides, cotton candy, teddy bears. Our parents grew to depend on it because my grandparents had the time and money that they didn't.
Thank you, Janie.
Well, I've got to get this paperwork back to the powers that be. Good luck to you, Miss Brinkman. And you, Mr. Brinkman.
Yes, you too.
Are you sure you're only 17? You know, she told me she is going to be a doctor.
A
And
people doctor.
I believe she will be.
Is that so? You know, she's right. As soon as they get a taste of reality, they're going to be calling us all the time. Jeff is going to be running the company before too long. He's going to discover that he's not responsible just for his family, but also for 168 employees and their families as well. He's going to have it tougher than we did. It's a big step from managing a department to running the whole show. He's not going to have the time he thinks he will. All we have to do is back off, and they'll come to us. It'll get to where they're throwing the kids out as they drive by.
I think you're on to something, Daddy.
I know I am. Saturdays are a big work day, as you know. We'll be the ones taking him to those ball games and all that other stuff. If Jeff doesn't like it, we'll give the kid a big box of Baby Ruths, send him home with a set of drums and a pair of puppies.
Mom, Dad, want to come meet your new grandson?
Oh, have you thought of a name for the baby yet?
Yes. We'll let you know in a few minutes.
It's another girl, isn't it?
No.
No. It's a boy. It's a boy. It's a boy. Necula boy. Yeah, it's a boy. It's a beautiful boy. I want for you.
And a word. Mr. Stellar, you cannot let me finish. You're the father of healthy twin girls. Yes, you are.
Oy vey.
Be a 10-minute intermission. Oh, there is still nothing is real.
The